Welcome back to the channel, guys. I have a little treat for you guys today. So I've just got back off a 700-mile trip to retrieve this box, and when I open it up and show you what is inside, that is the real treat. So it's just an old barn box from the 1940s, Snapon. It's not in the greatest of shape, but I'm going to leave it exactly as it is. I'll give it a slight clean up, an oil and a wax, and that should do it. Nice to see the leather straps still on it. That catch is missing, but I think I might be able to make one because the internals are actually still there, the spring-loaded plate. So I'll open it up. So there you go. I got it off a bloke that buys and sells, and he bought it off a friend whose dad had passed away. He used to work on an American military base down in Norfolk, and this was the set that he must have used. Snap-on did not make these. These were all homemade, individually stamped with every single size. So I'm guessing he probably used this box every day while he was there. And what a piece that is. He's laid it out. I've never seen anything like this. I had to go and get it. It was well worth the trip. The work that has gone into it, it looks far better in person than it does in the photos. I would like to take it all out and give it a good clean, but at the same time, I like it just as it is, but it would probably benefit a bit of a clean. So yeah, I made a good offer on it and he accepted. So I'm glad that I got it. I've never had anything like this so complete. I've usually had to build up my sets, but this is just put together perfectly, and it's probably been together since the 1940s. A lot of the tools are dated 1940 to about 1942. The one weird thing is the 5/16 Whitworth was never drilled. It was stamped but never drilled out. So I don't know whether they lost that. That is a very popular size. And yeah, doesn't seem to be there. So 932 drive sockets, and then 3/8, and then 1/2 inch. So up to a good size as well. 1 1/8. Look at that. Fantastic condition, 1940. Absolutely beautiful. So what a piece to find. And it's actually worked out. Trying to find footage or photos of back in the military days in the war when they would have been working on the aircrafts, it's so hard to find any photos. But I can imagine them, if they did work out in the yard, he would have probably carried this out. But either way, he'd have used it in the workshop as is. He had everything he needed in here. You know, it's beautifully laid out. So that's your normal standard sockets, all the way straight through in deep. Standard shallow, few drivers, 932, 3/8 standard, and then over here you've got BA, Whitworth, all the way up to 3/4 Whitworth. So a complete set of BA, Whitworth, and all the standard sockets, some flex sockets, all the adapters, early Allen keys. So I'm absolutely over the moon. It's well worth the travel. Everything is Snap-on. The only little bit that isn't Snap-on is a couple of sockets here. I think there's 3 sockets that isn't Snap-on. Beautiful pair of vacuum grip pliers. So I've not got these yet, so there we go. finally can add them to my collection. Now I know nothing about the planes from World War II, but I'm guessing these castellated ones are when they tie the wire around, possibly. It could even just be a normal castellated nut. Rivets. I hope you can see clear enough on this video. As you all know, my videos aren't the greatest. Some drills, plenty of fuses, old bullet fuses. Try and zoom in so you can see without me getting my big chubby fingers in the way. So there's nothing too much in there of interest. Nice ignition wrenches. They are a complete set of 10, so that's nice to have. I do have them a few times over, but a few taps and dies. Nice little old tin. A few more. I'm actually not opening this tin. Don't even know what's in here. So, ball bearings and some screws. In here you have some nice countersink tools. There's that one, and then this really small pointed one. Some random keys. I'm going to see if any of these keys fit my K60 or K200, because my box is missing a key, and at least if I can get the profile, I'm onto a winner. So in here is some little circlips, internal circlips. So they just look like a normal classic car key. Oops, sorry, messing around with the camera by accident. So be interesting to know what, apologies for the camera, it's got a mind of its own. So be interesting to know what they was off. Don't know if there's anything in that. Yeah, there is something in that. Let me try and figure out how that opens. What the hell it says. Genuine spare parts. Trying to do this one-handed is not easy. Bear with me. So the next drawer down is actually a very interesting drawer. I had a surprise when I opened it. I obviously had photos sent through, but I didn't realise a part was in there. Oh, it's just some screws. Hexagon head with flats. Nice. Obviously for something. I love how the side opens up, reveal the doors. Let me make sure it doesn't fall off the edge of where I've got it on here. No, it's sturdy enough. This little tray. Now I did not know that they made these little trays. It is genuine. It is supposed to be there. Absolutely beautiful. I did not know they made them in these early boxes. So I was very happy when I seen that. So in here we have some very nice condition Snapon. 1940s. Usually these are wartime finish in this country, but to get it in that condition is great. This is a bit of a rarity. That plastic end on the speed brace, I have no idea. I don't even remember seeing them in the catalogues, so I have no idea what that is all about. So F4A. That's a year mark, 1940. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. Never seen one of them on a speed brace before. So, T-bar, extensions. So yeah, and then in this is just some 932 drive. So there's 3 932 drive ratchets in this. Let me try and move my camera angle because it's still slightly zoomed in. There we go. So 1941, was it? No, that's 40, sorry. I'm looking through my phone as I'm reading all this. So you've got the same view as me. He's even made some little extension bar holders, retainers, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, it isn't. I think there is probably some wrenches missing and the odd bit from what he might have used back in the day, depending what he was doing. Because I'm guessing at this point we'll never know now. But I can easily add some very nice ones of them in, or just leave it as it is. But this is a display piece for me, is just an absolute awesome find. And I am now a lover of these little tote trays or whatever you call them. So yeah, over the moon with that. So if there's anything that you would like me to have a look at, just feel free to ask away. F26. So the work that must have gone into making these rails to hold the sockets, just that alone, but the way he's had it all laid out is just perfect. Working out of this box back in the day, you would have felt the bee's knees. You would have honestly been so advanced. Comparing these tools with what we had in Britain at the time as well, there's no comparison. So yeah, an old, possibly period lock. It is English made, so Yale. I'm guessing it's been with the box for some years. It was in the box when I got it, not on the box, but I'm guessing it had been used on the box, hence why it's still got all its content, because you know what it's like working in a workshop. People love to borrow your tools. So you might just be able to make that out. Not BA. Not OBA. So yeah, very happy with today's find. It was well worth the trip, and if you have any pieces like this, please feel free to get in touch if you'd like it to go to a good home. I'm building my collection. I would love to take all my wartime tools to a sort of aero museum, wartime aero museum, like sort of war day, or I don't know, something along that sort of line, because I do a sort of display at a show now and again with my vintage stuff. Now I would love to specifically go to a show where it is just wartime sort of day, and I can go, because you do not get this stuff. I've never seen it displayed anywhere, hence why I get so much interaction when I actually do display it. So if anyone knows of any in Britain, days like that where there is sort of shows, further up north the better for me, as I do live in Scotland now. Is there anything up Scotland? I've not even Googled museums up here for World War II stuff, but if there is, that would be amazing. And if they do some sort of like day where there's a classic car show or military show and they've got absolutely all sorts there, I'd be well up for taking this along with my K260 and all my sets. And if someone wants to reach out and say, I work in a museum and we do this, feel free to get in touch. So yeah, thanks for watching my video. Probably the longest video I've ever done, 15 minutes. I'll have to do some sort of video when I've got everything laid out in the workshop with my other sets and toolboxes. So yeah, the old boy must have engraved his tools. That it's got every tool in here is stamped RC. So I wonder what his name was. I should have asked. But yeah, I hope you have managed to see stuff while I've been waffling on. But this isn't actually a tool. I think that was a screwdriver bit, an F23. I'm pretty sure that is a screwdriver. But yeah, so that was a flat bladed screwdriver bit at some point. And he has made some sort of slot that goes inside it. So if you know where that fits on an aeroplane, please let me know. But yeah, I would love this setup to be next to a plane or military vehicle at a show, that at a museum day or something like that. So if you could please point me in the right direction. Another super cool thing that I seen in here was a Bakelite spirit level. That is nice. And also this old valve tool, which I really like. It's so smooth. I don't know what make it is, but it is incredibly smooth. It's not just a run-of-the-mill one, but I guess they made tools a lot better back then. So, and then in here somewhere actually, these old Trader metal valve caps. You can take the valve out. There you go, Schrader. So very nice. I'm guessing these are some sort of hydraulic pipe fittings, maybe. Some tiny screws of some description. Pop rivets and all sorts of things. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon. I'll try and upload some more sort of this Ava kind of thing, and hope that you enjoy my videos again. So, and once I've added a few more tools into it that I think should be in there, wrenches, spanners and all sorts of things, I will do another follow-up. Depending how it comes up after a clean, I might even do a follow-up then. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. Cheers.